So today I am headed off to pick up a new project for the household. So my daughter's O2 Sequoia. It's getting old. I've already patched the frame once. Little spot. The rockers are getting pretty rusty. It sucks because it still runs and drives great. But it, Toyota stuff, right? So it's getting to the point where if we're going to try and get her through the rest of college with a vehicle, we needed to get something a little bit newer. And as everybody knows, Toyota prices are kind of through the roof, but a deal popped up on Marketplace and I had to jump on it. It's an 08 FJ Cruiser, which I personally have always wanted. I thought they're super cool looking. There's a lot of people that love them, a lot that hate them, whatever, but I think they're a really cool looking vehicle and I've always wanted one. It's never been a practical vehicle for myself, but when I showed this to my daughter, she was ecstatic. She's like, yeah, that's cool, I want it. So this one needs some mechanical work, which I'm capable of. We went up and looked at it. The frame's pretty solid. Don't see any scary spots in that. But it does have some issues with a timing chain, cam correlation code, as far as the crank sensors, crank and cam sensor code, and did some reading, and we're gonna pick it up. We're gonna see if we can figure that out. Worst case scenario, I got to replace the timing chains, which looks like a pretty big job, but nothing I'm scared of. It's just time consuming. So yeah. So anyway, we're going to pick up my dad, and we're gonna go grab this thing. So it should be a fun day. Always an adventure with the old man. So we'll see how it goes. Just making our way back on this rainy day after Christmas in northern Michigan, which is crazy. It's 48 degrees right here and rain. Usually this time in Michigan, we're under feet of snow. Pretty wild. But it's way better for pulling a car trailer. So yeah, we made the journey, got the vehicle. I opted not to film the gal that was getting rid of it. She was a little emotional about it. She had a real attachment to the car. So yeah, but fired up. Didn't make any noise when I fired it up. So I am hopeful that maybe we can get away with flushing the oil system, clearing the codes, and maybe just changing the oil with a high quality oil. See if we get anywhere with it or not. If not, worst case scenario, we got to do the chains. But either way, we're on our way back. And we're home with it. Just got it all unstrapped and get it unloaded. Go disconnect the trailer. See what we can do. But anyway, let's see. So when you start it, like all of the lights stay on, or were staying on. Oh. Hold it for a second. Yeah, full Christmas tree. I scanned it when we looked at it for the purchase, and it had those codes for that cam crank correlation or whatever. So she said it would rattle occasionally, but not consistently. So anyway, hold on, we gotta get the triple wiper thing going. So funny. Wiper is short in height but wide, so Toyota went with 3 windshield wipers to get the job done. We'll pull it up over here. So a couple things going on. The radio is lacking the trim pieces. I'll have to play with the radio. I'm not sure. We may end up replacing that with one that has like CarPlay and the backup camera for Jocelyn, the steering wheel is starting to deteriorate. So I'm thinking I want to try and maybe get one of those leather sew-on style covers for it. It's got 228,000 miles on it. The windows and locks and all that stuff kind of seem to work. So it's not too bad a shape. I mean, it's the outside of it looks pretty good. The frame looks pretty good. So not disappointed whatsoever. Should make a real good car for her. So here it's just starting to make a little noise. So anyway, yeah, pretty cool. So I'm sure nobody would believe it, but being a bit of a Toyota guy, coming in my garage, I'm like, I've got like front lift spacers, rear lift spacers, bigger front lift spacers, front sway bar relocation brackets. I got a diff drop. I think we could hook the FJ Cruiser up pretty easy. And then we got these beauties. We're gonna have to roll one out there. I don't know about gold on silver, but it's what we got. I mean, obviously it looks big there. There's a 35-inch tire, and there's currently only 34 inches between the ground and the bottom of that fender. And that tire doesn't have any air in it, by the way. But I don't know. What do you think? Gold on silver, will it work? Will it not work? I think we definitely need to black out some of the trim. The kind of dulled down some of the silver. I think if the bumper wings, the grill, this piece, I think we'll leave the mirrors and the door handles because that's kind of more upper body area. But I think we ditch some of that lower silver and then that silver on the back bumper. Some of that maybe forget the name of the brand name, but they make that bumper black paint. I think we can just paint that stuff. We'll get it scuffed up good and paint it to try and, no sense in spending money on all those parts. The parts that are there are good. They're just the wrong color. I think we black some of that out, then the gold wheels won't look too bad. Yeah. I don't know. What do you think? Kind of exciting new project, I guess. Always something fun. In the meantime, should really get back to work on that little truck in the garage. Our bearings showed up. So we've got rod bearings, main bearings, thrust washer, thrust bearings, and gaskets. So I'm gonna go pick up some cleaners. We're gonna get the valve cover off. We're gonna try and flush the motor, emery cloth that crank up, see if we can polish those little aluminum deposits off of the crankshaft, and see if we can get this thing back together and get it on the trail.